moment is struggling with a human resources process lifestyle balance. The specific problems within Ashmore retail include inadequate job description, insufficient pay structures, little to no evidence of training or development, no staff or positive feedback or appraisals of any workers in the last 6 months, and an increasing of gender inequality and sexual discrimination. A key problem is the gender inequality and sexual discrimination shown throughout the business. Specifically, the number of men to women is currently at 31. Because of this, there has been repeated incidents reported of sexual discrimination towards women over the past year. Inadequate job descriptions are also a problem within Ashmore retail, as it can be seen in Stimulus 1, a picture of the structural staffing food chain. All the jobs have no explanation surrounding what they are and what they do. The only thing it shows is where you sit on the food chain. There are a range of insufficient pay structures throughout the business, and it can be seen in Stimulus 2. A senior staff leader is paid $40,000 on average, which is over $3,500 below the industry average. This is just one position being majorly unpaid. Training and development are two important concepts if you want to run a successful business. Ashmore retail is very limited in both, with no employees in the last 6 months receiving any training or development. A business with good training and development will succeed much more than one without. It can be seen in Stimulus 4. Workers with training and development have a 67% higher engagement level, 61% increase in turnover and profits, and a 31% lower turnover rate of workers. Appraisals are a very important part of any business. National retail has not given one-person appraisals lately. There are three things you should remember when using appraisals. The first one being how often should you appraise someone. Second, appraisals should be used during development, which is a vital learning tool, keeping the industry and workers interested and motivated. The final one is that of performance. This should occur at least once a year, but should go on constantly when workers are going well and succeeding. Gender equality is vital in trying to run a successful and happy business. Ashmore Retail does not display good workplace equality, and a recent survey conducted within Ashmore Retail agrees with this. The workplace at Ashmore Retail sees 60% of the workers at Ashmore Retail disagree with their processes, and only 40% agree. This is not right. A recent survey conducted at Ashmore Retail found that 89% of people believe that the appraisals are vital when trying to run a successful business. At the current time, Ashmore Retail does not use appraisals as a method, and this is having a negative effect on the business, with the company losing staff and coming under constant criticism for gender inequality claims. The number of male workers compared to female workers at Ashmore City is not fair. Over 70% of the workers at Ashmore Retail are male, while only 30% of the workers are female. This has increased the number of sexual complaints from women, which is not only affecting the workers, but placing a bad name in the business, which could affect the amount of profits and people the company brings in the future. There are a range of key issues within Ashmore Retail. Some key ones include lack of appraisals, very little training, gender inequality, which has led to sexual discrimination. Training is important to every job so that you can complete the task to the best of your abilities. Another key factor that can help improve you at your job is appraisals. It is very important in most jobs as it rewards the workers for doing their job right. Issues within the staff of Ashmore Retail are gender inequality, which is leading to a range of sexual discrimination cases. Gender equality is vital when working in a company, and over 70% of the workers at Ashmore Retail are male at the moment. Because of this, there are more female workers experiencing sexual discrimination cases. This can affect them from completing their job and working to the best of their ability, therefore affecting the business as a whole with the amount of profits and customers they bring in. Many of these problems that are surrounding Ashmore retail are linked together to all play a role in disadvantaging the business. Two key links that can be made are the lack of training, which is leading to poor outcomes, which then leads to a very little, if any, appraisals from senior staff to junior staff. This can hurt their self-esteem and want to work. The second one being the number of men to women ratios, with an increasing in the cases of sexual discrimination coming into the business. This is due to a much more outnumbered of men to women in the company. This can then lead to people, especially women, wanting to leave the company, therefore affecting the amount of sales they can make and the profits they can bring into the company. Two strategies that can be added to rational retail is to improve the training and development by implementing a training program so that the workers know the job they're doing and becoming more efficient and making the company become more efficient. Another key strategy that could be added would be to even out the men to women ratio in the staffing. This would dramatically limit the number of sexual discrimination cases within the business and even up the gender equality, hopefully making the business a happier and more successful business in the near future. Creating a training program would be the most beneficial strategy to add to Ashmore Retail, as it would create more revenue and profit for the business and just make it more successful in general. As it can be seen in Stimulus 4, if employees are fully trained and developed in their respective fields, there is a 67% higher engagement rate from staff, 61% greater effectiveness with the work being produced by those staff, and turnover rates are slashed by 40%. If three of these statistics are accurate, Ashram Retail will be making larger profit and becoming more successful business